Good morning. Alright, so this is something that I mentioned on the air, and Hemrock asked me for some Wizardry 5 Let's Play action. It's one of my top 3 favorite games of all time. River City Ransom on the NES, Quake on the PC, Wizardry 5 on the Super Nintendo, in no particular order. Alright, and I'm playing this with a generic gamepad, so this is like entirely too long to set up. Yep, I got my blue background. Title. Start the game. Okay, so, in order to speed this along, I'm actually going to go with the default characters, which generally, if you're trying to be successful, is not a good idea, because Wizardry at its core is a console version, or a video game version, rather, of Dungeons and Dragons, and stats are king in these games. So, every time you try and generate a new character, some can have high stats, some can have low stats, so you spend hours and hours trying to generate the perfect characters. I'm going to skip all that, because that's incredibly uninteresting to watch. And we're going to use the default party. 2 fighters, Cleric, Thief, Wizard, Mage, which is what I usually go with anyway. Now, here's an instance where the US version was censored a little bit. They took out all of the religious symbols. For example, in Wizardry, classically, the cleric is called the priest. So they removed the word priest from the entire game and replaced it with cleric. A couple of small things like that. Bishop, they changed to lord. And there's a place later in the game where all the references for beer are replaced with soda. Weird little things like that. Okay. So since we have a ready-made party, let's give it a go. One of the things about this game is that it auto maps, which is what I think sets it apart from the NES versions. So at the beginning of the game, I'm trying to do a couple things. I'm trying to level up my characters in battle and just walk around, because remember I told you it auto maps. Alright. 3 creeping things. So we'll just go full on, see how we do. Creeping thing destroyed, creeping thing destroyed. And you can see my front liner's already taken a little damage. 40 experience points. There's the chest. Remember, this is Dungeons and Dragons, so everything's trapped. These would be bats. So I can just push right through this without worrying too much about it. Black flies. This becomes a very difficult game to watch because when you've played it a little bit, you can push through the menus really quickly, and it's hard to tell what's going on. Alright, so the cleric's down to 8 hit points. We've taken 2 points of damage. Pretty much across the board on the front line, the first 3. We'll go with it. And then the wizard, what do we got? This is another thing about Wizardry that people have a hard time with. The original Wizardry used weird spell names in order to do copy protection. So like Catino is sleep and Halito is fire. And you had to have the manual to know that, otherwise you couldn't really effectively play the game. So we'll use sleep there. And this guy will use, yeah, there we go. There's 2 left. Not asleep, not asleep. I think we're going back to heal up immediately afterwards, so we'll just go ahead and use the fire spells. Yeah, there's one. Okay. Oh boy, trolls, these guys are gonna whip me up pretty bad. Looks like I can't get away. Alright. Okay, so the cleric spells, Dios would be heal, and Badios is you know, the opposite of that. Hide. No more spell power there. No more spell power there. The fighter too. Okay. Yeah. Can I run? If I run, then maybe I'll only have to make half of a new party. Yeah, okay, so before I head up to the castle, I'm going to inspect pretty much anybody who's still living. And I'm going to hit pool gold. Alright. So it takes the gold off the dead members. So now you can see the 3 dead members have been removed from the party. And if I go to the Temple of Cant, there they are for resurrection. Literally died on the first time out. I'm probably not going to worry about resurrecting them, but there they'll stay for now. Now we're going to go to character creation. Training grounds. And we needed what? We need 2 fighters and a wizard. Alright, so this is going to be a name that strikes fear into the hearts of many. Kaiser! Let's do it. He's a dwarf. Knowing Kaiser, he should be neutral. We're going to go with good. Yeah, we got 10 bonus points. Not too bad. Alright. I'll make him a fighter. Yay! 1 down. And we need another fighter. And where would Kaiser be without... Oh, you know what? Darabka's going to be the wizard. Swingman. Alright, Swingle will be my other fighter. I'll make him a human. Straight up into strength. Okay. And now for our wizard. I think we want elf, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. There we go. Vitality. Okay. So now we can go back to the tavern, add... how did we do it? Kaiser, Swingle, and then we want our cleric, and then we want thief, and then we want Darabka, and then the mage. Okay, so you can see, if you look at our party, that some of those folks are beat up still. But we don't have a lot of money either. So here's the trick that people always do. First thing we're going to do is have the cleric stay at the inn for free, because that recovers his healing points, or his spell points, excuse me. Let's go to the maze, inspect the cleric, and we're going to use his heal spells. Alright. And then I'm going to have him sleep at the inn to gain them back. And generally, when we do this, I'll pause the recording, because there's no reason to just sit and watch me grind for heals, but this is the first time, why not? Alright, let's go. So I think we did those rooms already. Let's look in here. Now, being already familiar with this dungeon layout, these first couple of doors are just dead ends. But I'm going through them anyway, because remember, there's auto mapping. So I want them to show up on the map once I get the map spell. Leech Lizard. Alright, my new guys don't have as many hit points, so they're already hurting. Kaiser, you gotta step it up, man. 8 hit points? What's that all about? You know what? It occurs to me, I don't think I had the wizard or the mage actually stay at the inn. So, that being the case, I don't think I have any offensive spells. Let's go back and stay. And this is another thing about Wizardry, if you're not familiar. Characters do not level up out in the dungeon, like in modern JRPGs. The only way to level up is to go back to the inn and rest. Right? It's a little bit more like Morrowind or something in that way. You gotta rest and meditate on what you've learned. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So this is the trading post. You start with some gear in this version, but it's not great. If you look at the cleric, he's got a staff and robes. Alright, so we need a couple things. He needs armor. It looks like I can buy chainmail. That's a big step up. Then that's it. Okay, equip the staff and the chainmail, and we'll drop the robes because they're not worth anything. Now if you see the AC for the cleric, it's dropped to 7. And that's another thing that some of you younger guys might not understand. It uses the Thaco system from the 2nd edition of Dungeons & Dragons. And basically the way it worked is everybody had a Thaco score, which stood for 2-hit armor class 0. And the idea was pretty simple. When you try and swing at somebody, you're trying to roll against your Thaco with a D20, right? And the earlier characters would have really high Thacos because they would miss all the time. And then to factor in armor, you would subtract the AC from your Thaco. So having a lower armor class was better. Alright? So if somebody had a Thaco of 17, which would be like a first level character, and they went up against Kaiser here, who's got an AC of 8, that means they'd only have to roll a 9 for it to be considered a hit. So as such, my big priority right now is to succeed in battles so that I can get armor fast. Nope, that's not what I want to be. Let's see. Can I buy a weapon for the cleric yet? Yeah, you can get a mace. Great. It's the opposite of what I just said I was going to do. Alright, mace, chainmail, drop the staff. Okay. Let's do it. Back in the dungeon. And this is the first floor. We're just sort of walking around trying to fill out that automap. The slimes. The dark areas, which are a really weird phenomena in Wizardry games. You have these dark areas that can't be lit up with any light spell. They're just dark. They're like magically dark. And I have to think that that's that way because of like the original programmer didn't know how to handle it or something. Wandering group of acolytes. Leave. If they're friendly and you fight them, then you take a hit to your alignment. for example, your good characters can turn evil, and they will, and once they turn evil, they'll stop wanting to go on parties with the other good characters. So whether you're playing evil or good, you have to keep everybody in the same alignment, otherwise it becomes a problem. Oh jeez. Alright, I'm pretty close to the castle. You can see his health is going down slowly. Uh-oh. I can heal him. Alright, when you go back to the castle, poison is then healed. So let's see what we have here. 400 for the new guys. Swinger and Kaisel both created at the same time. They're going to have the same amount of like scale to the next level until one of them dies or I change them out. I change out the party. All right. Nothing. Okay. Running low on funds, so let's pause this so I can grind some leveling up. Or not leveling up, but using the heal spells rather. Alright, there we go. Good now. I have 205 in gold. Alright, we can buy some more gear. Pool, gold for Swingle. What does he have? He's got leather armor and a longsword. So armor is the priority. Now I can buy chainmail for him, but I know once I get some traction, I'm gonna scale that up. Whatever, we'll go for it. It's fine. Can he also get a shield? No, just shy of a shield. Alright, so once we bought it, we'll go to the tavern and inspect him. And equip the chainmail and drop the leather armor. And his AC is now dropped to 7. Alright. We're seeing some character improvement, which is really what Wizardry is all about. People talk about grinding, and they're like, oh, the grinding, and have you ever played the old Wizardry games? My goodness, the grinding is unbelievable. And they're right, it's true, but the reason for that is because the grinding was what they thought of as the fun part. It's these are the original numbers go up games. There we go. Everything else is just in service of the grinding, which is really weird, but that was the design philosophy. Jack Sling, disarm. Oh dear. My thief needs to gain a level because I'm triggering an awful lot of traps. Fight, 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 fight. I'm close enough to home. Man! Thief was poisoned. I'll just let him die. Make another one. See if anybody passed the level. Nope, that's gonna be a nope-ski there. 17 experience points. That is pretty ridiculously close. Alright, that said, 200 for gold points for Kaiser. Let's go to the trading post. Buy, we'll say, chainmail. And also buy him a shield. Inspect Kaiser, equip the sword, the chainmail, and the shield. And we'll drop the leather armor. He now has the lowest AC at 5. And thank goodness, because not a lot of hit points. Alright, pausing the recording so I can heal up. Okay. We're all set. We need 17 XP. So I'm thinking one battle. And we'll be on our way. And now it's going to be really difficult to trigger a single battle. There we go. Alright, we're not messing around. We're gonna use some spell power, because I know I'm going right back to 34. Okay, that's at least a level for the thief. Is he the only one that's hurt? So everybody's perfect there. Alright. That is a pretty unfortunate level up. If we could see the dice rolls there, I'm sure there was some ones. But what are you gonna do? Back in the maze. I don't think we're quite ready to actually start trying to solve the puzzles. More creeping things. Trolls! Goodness, Swingle got down to 3 hit points. Alright, let's see what we can do. We'll try and heal Swingle. Hide. We'll sleep. There's 4 of them. I slept them all. Great, and now we should just be able to knock them dead. Too far from home to mess with a lapis spine. Lapis spines are the poison trap. You know what? I don't think anybody's gonna be able to level up, but I wonder if I can buy more gear. 71, that's really close. Hey, alright. Cleric's got a new spell and new hit points. Thief 600 away, and we got 479. Alright, let's take a look at Swingle. And what has he got? The chainmail and a longsword. Shield. Pretty close to that second tier shield. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna hold off for that second tier shield. Back into the maze. Into the maze. We need the mage to level up, because once the mage levels up, then we can do the auto mapping spell, and it'll be easier to get our bearings. Well, Swingle got down to 2 hit points, so let's see if we can heal him up. I forgot to look at the new cleric spells. XP. That's a level up for somebody too far from home for a lapis spine. Let's go back. And now I have more heal spells since he leveled up as well. So it's not just the new spells he acquired, but the new spell points. Yes. That means Swingle leveled up as well. Yeah. Cleric's got a ways. Thief's got a ways. No new spells for the mage? Oh, bro. That's a problem, man. It's an awful mage. Did I... Alright, I was holding off for the new tier for... Wait. Right, I didn't get the shield for him. That's right, and I didn't open the chest, so I don't have any more gold either. That's fine. We need just a little bit more gold. Some slimes. 9 GP per person, so what's 9 times 6? That's how much more required. Probably enough, but let's try and do one more battle. So 54 gold off a single battle. That's 60. Heater shield. Yes. Okay. So now we'll inspect him at the tavern. Equip longsword, chainmail, heater shield. And his AC has also dropped. To 5. There's more gear they can get. They can get helmets and stuff. But I think the next thing that I would save for is some sort of weapon for the thief that allows him to attack constantly. The Thieves' Bow for 600. Let's see if I can swing it. Oh, you know what? I forgot to stay at the inn. The spellcasters need their spell points back. Alright. Now let's go back into town, or back into the maze. No light spell yet. Into the maze. Creeping things. Smash. Men in robes, that would be magicians. They're all pixelated like that because they're unidentified. Okay, so this is an ice phantom, and this thing's a problem because it can actually paralyze me. Since I don't have a way to unparalyze myself, it's more or less the same thing as death in this case. So we're going to use spell power. I still want to attack it. That didn't work. I still want to attack it because it's good points if I can win. But it's definitely a gamble. Yeah, we got it. 271 experience points. Yeah, that's worth going back to town for. And we'll heal up before we go back in. Okay. Wow, the thief is close again. Yes, the wizard gained a new spell. So let's go to the tavern and inspect the wizard. He's got the auto mapping spell, Do Mapic. That's the one you cast and it lets you look at the map. No cleric stuff yet. Okay. Actually, where does that leave us equipment-wise? I know these menus are hard to follow. It's because I'm really tired, so it's hard for me to present them in a way that makes sense. Okay. So if you look here at the, on the right-hand side, you see the little like hashtag, the Octothorpe number sign. That means he can't use it, whatever it is. And I can use that to kind of tell if something's worthwhile or not. So he can pick up a helmet, and that will drop his AC a little bit. Then we'll go to the tavern, equip mace, chainmail, and the leather helmet thing. Oops. Ah, crap. Alright, and that dropped his AC by 1. So those are worthwhile to get for everybody. If I can scrape up the cash. Oh, right. Let's look at the... okay. I can do this 3 times in a dungeon outing. So, Wizardry 5 has a huge grid. I think in the old games it was 20 by 20 per floor, but Wizardry 5 is a lot bigger. So, here you can see this is the entrance to the maze. So what I did for the first couple levels is I would run down this hallway, and then in the first door, we've got it's a dead end, right? There's these little side room hallways, but kicking in a door is more, for whatever reason, is more likely to run into an encounter. So when you're trying to level up, I would hang out in this little alcove here, or in this little alcove here, where there's little empty rooms where you just kick down the door in. Alright. So I'm still kind of in that same place where I'm just trying to level up. Slimes, okay. More slimes. Door is locked. So I have this extra menu if I press Y, which gives me some options. Let's try and pick it. I know this lock does open using the pick skill, because I did that on my other save, but I think I'm too early to get in there. I think he needs to level up a little more. Skeletons. Did you catch that? Swingle dropped down to 6. Come on, Swingle. We need you at full power. Oh, dude, he did all right. Everybody's full. I'm kind of far from home. Let's head back to the castle now. This area here. Let's see. If we, yeah, here we go. I don't know how well you can really tell at this point, but this is like you have these 3 rooms with doors, and each one of them fan out, and this whole area is like a big tree of little rooms that sprouts from here. See if I can remember how to get back. I can indeed. Fighters are getting ready to level up again. Cleric's getting ready to level up again. Thief, yes. Oops. Oops. And they're a million miles away. So we can get more equipment. Okay. Chainmail, heater shield, chainmail, heater shield. Maybe some helmets. Leather armor. Okay. Yeah, let's try. Oops. Shoot. Let's try helmets. Buy helmet. Oh, I don't have that much money. Okay, that's pretty close. Maze. Because it's amazing. Let's get the mouse out of the way. Sorry about that. Okay. I feel like I should show you. It occurs to me I haven't shown this off yet. There's this area. If I go through this door, Temple of the Brotherhood. Enter here, ye worthy. A voice calls, you forgot to bring the orb. This sets up like the first goal, is to find the orb and bring it there so you can unlock that next little area. And if I remember right, I believe it's on the other side of that door that's locked. 32 XP, not quite enough for what we're trying to do. Enter ye who seek the heart to one day rule the maelstrom. Yeah, there we go. I'm reaching a point where I'm knocking these things dead. $7 GP apiece. Yeah, right. New spells for the cleric. Mage is pretty close. Inspect the cleric. Read cleric spells. I don't remember what all these do, to be perfectly honest. And that's something I'd have to fix. I think Calfo here is the charm spell, which you use on NPCs and stuff. All right, Kaiser's got his helmet. Kaiser should always wear a helmet all the time. Back into the maze. Alright, so now I'm reaching a point where I don't necessarily have to just bum around and do fights, and that's it. I can kind of explore this ridiculous area. These are Nethermen. They're a little bit more dangerous. It's alright. Not asleep, not asleep. One down. 2 down. 3 down. Mother of butts. Alright, it's a race back to the castle before the thief dies. Hold on, let me heal everybody. Alright, I guess that didn't take as long as I thought it would. To the maze! It's amazing! Well, the thief leveled up. Let's go back and see if we can open that door. This is not the door I was talking about. This one I'm pretty sure is not going to open no matter what. I think you need a specific key for this one. We'll try it. Didn't open. Try it one more time. Alright, well, since that's not working, let's see what else is going on in this sort of tree of tiny rooms area. Yeah, we're pretty far from home now. Let's focus fire on the ghostly figure, because I don't want to get paralyzed. Thankfully, they keep moving their lines back and forth. Stops them from attacking. Yeah, 400 XP, that's huge. Alright, that's enough. That's like... oh, crap. That means it's time to go back home. Left will bring me back where I'm trying to go. This is the door tree, so we're just trying to funnel down. Okay. This gets me to these weird perfect square rooms. Out this door will bring me into the main hallway wraparound back to the castle. And it's right. These reptiles are easy peasy now. Okay. Healing up before I go in. Okay, and then everybody rests. Yay, a thief made it. Made another level. Luck. New spells for the wizard. New spells for the mage. Inspect the mage. Yeah, that was huge. I don't know what all of these do, but I can tell you that Dumavic is the map spell, and Melito is the fire spell, but it hits the whole group. And I'll have to look up what the rest of this do. Desto is a lock search or lock pick. It lets you perform a thief action at the same level you would be if you were a thief. So if you're trying to run a group that doesn't have a thief in it, like at this point, now that he has Desto, I could replace this thief as long as I didn't stay in the dungeon too long. I never play that way, but that's the basic idea. Where's that leave me with gear? He's got a hat. This guy does not, right? No hat. Pull the gold, buy the hat. It's a sound financial plan. Longsword, chainmail, heater shield, leather hat. And he has 4 HP. Looking good, Swingle. Back to the maze. And we get some cuts and bruises, but that's alright. Lady Stingers, yes, please attack me right outside the castle. That's what we like. Alright, so this is here now. This puts us back at the area where we're at like the base of the tree. Let's go up the left side. Fanged toads, a dangerous monster for where I am at the game. So we're gonna use, you know what? This guy will parry. We'll try out that melee 2 spell. Cleric kills 1 damage. Okay. 157 XP for 2 monsters. That's a lot for level 1. Bunch of nothing here so far. Friendlies. Alright, I think this is the base again. Let's try the I think that's it for this area. I think my next move here is to explore these areas that haven't been filled out yet, or go back here and try and pick that lock again. I'm here. Let's try the lock. Pick beef. Alright, what about Desto from the mage? Ha! Got it. You know why I got it? Because this thief sucks. It's the worst thief. We'll knock out some leech lizards for a few XP. Yes, thank you very much. And we're in sort of like a shrine chamber now. Heal yourself. So I'm in kind of this shrine place, and let's see, if I go in this little area, a radiant glow bathes the room in a rose-colored light. It appears to be coming from a small stone on the stand. When you search, Kaiser got an item. So I'm going to inspect Kaiser. Now, when we have unidentified items, I can take them back to the shop and identify them for cash, or if I have a wizard, I can give them to the wizard, and the wizard can try to identify them for free. The Orb of Lugolan. Alright, so, since I have the orb, that means I'm able to enter that second area. I know I have to do these at some point, because there's keys I need to find. can do those later. Right now, let's go. It's locked. Case in point, keys I need, right? Let's go back to the castle, heal up, see if I can get another piece of gear, and then we'll start checking out the orb area. Yay, fighters are leveling up. Cleric got a new spell. And let's inspect the cleric and see what he's got. Condi. I gotta get a spell list. I even have one, I think, somewhere. So now we're at gear. Hat. Nice. Okay. A thief. How much gold do we have exactly? 400? So if I can hold out for 200 more, then I can get that thieves bow. And the thief will then be able to continuously attack instead of hiding sometimes and ambushing sometimes. That's 60. These are bandits, which is the antithesis of what I want to do because they can steal from me. Masked man destroyed, tried to steal but failed, runs away, defeated. 200 XP, that's pretty nice. My goodness, this thief is the worst. Swingle found a shield. We are running back to the castle. There's somebody who was close. Almost there. A battle or two and I'll have the thieves bow. That's right, we're able to go to the orb area now. Enter here, ye worthy. A voice calls, welcome, brothers, thou art worthy. Magicians! Let's take them down. There's only 2 of them. It's dangerous, but, you know. Put half the party to sleep. And this is why you want to armor up your back end, guys, because now we've got the thief and the wizard who are pushed to the front end. That thieves bow. Bold tax trading post. The thief. Pool gold. Buy. Weapon. Thieves bow. The letters, by the way, down here, the M and the C, those describe range, and I can't remember exactly how they're decoded, but they determine if you're fighting multiple parties, you have a longer range, and you'll be able to choose between more of the parties. Right. This being a bow. We should have full reign here. Thieves' bow, leather armor. Drop that short sword. And let everybody rest one more time. Just 900, 700. Yeah, the mage leveled up. Oh, I need to heal. Alright, I'm gonna pause for this so you don't have to sit and watch. Alright. So let's go down to black flies. We're looking for keys next. I think before we take on the orb area, because the orb spot, the monsters go up in difficulty, which I could probably deal with, but I have more things to take care of before that. So what I had been doing, we have these several square rooms. You push through the first couple, and then there's like a gateway, one of these little tiny rooms, that will lead you over to that tree of small rooms. And up until this point, every time I do this part, I kind of push through it a little bit like too fast to really tell what's going on. But this time, rather than going through the tree, I'm going to push through and see what's up there. Which I think is what I was trying to do the last time I was in this area, and then the thief ended up getting poisoned. Masked man is destroyed. Failed. Masked man is destroyed. Alright, great. Nothing here. But this is where I was actually trying to get. Okay. What about here? Nothing. It's all back in that spot that's unexplored, I guess. So I guess that's where I'm going next. Don't take the right this time. That's the right, and we'll just push past it. Alright, that means this is the split that I think I got confused at the last time I was here. Like if I got to this spot and I was like, row, which way to go? So now I'm gonna go this way. There's nothing here, okay? Either left or right, doesn't matter. Let's try right. Door is locked. Okay. So my special education thief, take a look at it first. Hey, you did all right. Old crates lie broken and scattered about the room. What a load of junk. Search. Search. That's hidden doors. Not hidden doors I'm worried about. It's hidden items. I got an item. Kaiser, right. It's a key. Trade that to goes the wizard. Alright, Dropka, what do we got? Yeah, the silver key. Alright, that is a big one indeed. Okay. What concerns me now is I'm running out of map spells. This guy's got 4. I guess it's not so bad. I think I'm gonna go back to the castle and rest and come back, but I'll do it off cam so you don't have to sit and wait. Quick rest up. New spells for the wizard. Perfect. That's what I got. Alright, nothing good. Alright, let's run back to where we were. Alright, I was making my way back to the spot, and I think I'm actually going to call it here. Because we've been rolling for an hour, and I'm going to go see if my kids are up. So that's Wizardry 5. We'll see if I do a part 2 or not, but I got some good traction on this save file. I feel like the thief is going to have to be replaced at some point. But, yeah, I don't know, it's a good time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you some other time.